Hello friends, welcome to PSIR Analytica. I am Nikhil Gowda, the Political Science and International Relations faculty at InsightsIAS. So today we are looking into a question which was asked in the recent UPSC exam, that is 2022. The question was basis of power, comment. So a question was asked for 10 marks. So if you break down the question and to understand, now many people will think that we have not read about this, the question is very unique in that regard. So the question is not so unique, it is just summary of different ideas of power. So what do you mean by basis of power? That is the foundation of power. On what basis the power is located, or what is the source of power? So here first you bring a definition of power as your part of an introduction. You can say according to Robert Dahl, power can be described as the ability of one person to enforce his will or the other person against his consent. It can be seen as power. So you have different definitions. You can use different scholars with their definition, but a simple definition you try to introduce in what is power. Then coming to the part about what is the basis of power. So here you can say the power has been always a debated concept in that regard, that what is the important source of power. So here you can say power has different bases or sources. One, you can come from a Marx point of view. So here you can say that economic basis of power, that is base and superstructure, where Marx says that economics is the basis for power. Through economic power, whoever holds economic power will be able to exercise political power. Then you can also think in ancient time in that regard from the divine perspective, divine theory of rights. Power is exercised basically from the legitimacy from the God. So you get the ability to exercise power that generates legitimacy among the people. Then you can bring a Gramscian perspective where he says ideology is the basis of power, or the better word to use is hegemony. It is the exercise of power with the consent of the people by organic intellectuals, by promoting certain ideas which are more acceptable to them. So ideology can be a basis of power, or what we can say hegemony. Fourth one, you can also say military strength. According to the realist school of thought, they say military strength is the root cause of power. So your military strength enable you to dictate terms to others. You can give example of United States of America in that regard. Then finally you can say that there are scholars like Hannah Arendt who argue that people or community is the basis of power. You can write a bit about Hannah Arendt that power is sui generis, power is automatically generated when people come together, and it is automatically dispersed when people get dispersed in that regard. Then you can say Michael Foucault. Michael Foucault argues that power is not based on anything. Power is a discourse. It is spread throughout the society. It's like blood which flows through the veins in that regard. Then you can conclude your answer by saying that looking at different scholars, it's very difficult to locate power in any one aspect, or they cannot say there is only one foundation of power. So power is a multi-contested concept where there are different people saying different sources of the basis of power in that regard. So that is what you can write as in your answer in that regard. So the question was simple. Basically you need to write about what is the basis of power in that regard. Power is based on what foundation? Ideology, religion, military strength. It can be a source of economic basis of power from the Marxian perspective. Hannah Arendt says that people or community is the basis of power. Foucault speaks about power does not have a base. Power flows freely throughout the society. It's form of a discourse. So if you are able to show these many dimensions in your answer, the evaluator will feel that the person has the idea of what is the different foundations of power. So friends, in this regard, we have come to end to today's session. But you can write answer creatively in your own way. So you can write something like, you can link even Ambedkar's view. Ambedkar says that political power is meaningless without social and economic power in that regard. That angle also you can add as part of your answer. So it's a free open-ended question. You can interpret and you can articulate in your own way, but this should be the demand of the question. So with this, we have come to an end to today's session. Let's again meet tomorrow. So as you know, we have made PSIR Analytica 3 days in a week, means every alternative day from Monday to Saturday. It will be alternatively telecasted. So with this, I am going to end the session. Take care and stay safe. Thank you.